fucking here. Let me start the fucking timer. I've been getting good at this, man. You guys know this, right? Videos went from being 16, 20 minutes long to roughly about, 5 to 7 minutes, but trying my hardest. So anyway, so occlusion training, right? Unless you've been living on the rock, you should know what occlusion training is by now. But once again, there are always new subscribers. A new motherfucker turns 15 or 16 every year and wants to start lifting to get the girl of his dreams or whatever the fuck he believes. So now I see why a lot of these questions. I used to get frustrated at the questions because I used to be like, man, like this shit is so old. Why am I still getting questions on this? But then I forget that people are, coming into bodybuilding more and more and more and more. So I gotta be patient with y'all motherfuckers. So quick recap on occlusion training. If you're already familiar with it, bear with me. If you're new, then good for you. All right, so hopefully you already watched my video on the only two pathways that muscles use to grow. Watch that fucking video. I'm going to have it in the description, right? Because I'm going to skip a lot of the steps to make this video short. So quick recap on how muscles grow. You have two pathways. You have protein synthesis, and that's the building of proteins, the building of muscles. And then you have satellite cell activation. That is when the satellite cells, which are those blue fuckers on the outside of the cell, activate, multiply, go inside of the muscle cell right here. So let me do an example. Let me copy this, right? They multiply, then they go inside of the cell, and then they donate, all this additional nuclei that you see here, right? And the reason why they do this is because the more nuclei a muscle has, the bigger it can expand, right? So the more of these fuckers you have in here, boom, 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 eventually you lead to this here, where the muscle now has more room to grow. Now remember, if you don't have more of these nuclei, let me remove them. If you don't have more of those guys inside the muscle cell, the muscle can only grow this much. It could grow from here all the way to here, right? That's about it, right? That's about it. Because each nucleus can only contribute that much to the domain of the, it has like its own little radius, it doesn't have authority past that. So that's why a lot of people plateau, like I mentioned in another video. But make sure you watch the video because I really hate repeating myself. So anyway, so we get to the conclusion that in order for you to keep growing, you need to add more nuclei inside the muscle cell. Now, how do you do this? I explained there are many different ways, but one of the most popular methods is obviously occlusion training. Occlusion training, which is simply, you see this guy here, simply wrapping shit around your arm or around your leg or whatever muscle you're training, and then doing, lightweight work pretty much. And they found out, if you look up the history of occlusion training, it's amazing. The Asian guy who discovered it, they find out you get gains. You get a lot of gains from it without using heavy weight. That's why I keep telling these fuckers out there who keep preaching, all you need is heavy weight to build muscle. It pisses me off so much. It's like the calorie in, calorie out motherfuckers. Using outdated ass, facts to try to back up their theory. And then when something else comes out that shows them they were wrong, the ego gets in the way and they just keep, fighting it, giving out misinformation. There are multiple ways for muscles to grow. Yes, you can get big lifting heavy weights. Yes, you can get built, using high reps and light weight. But maximum muscle growth comes from a combination of both of these factors. Stop preaching that there's only one way to grow. That pisses me off. You know what I mean? So anyway, back to the type of the video. So occlusion training is simply you wrap shit around your arm or whatever muscle you're training, and then it allows you to grow by lifting lighter weights. What happens is the blood goes into the muscle, but it's not really allowed to come back out. So you have this buildup of lactic acid, this buildup, this amazing volumization effect, right? Where you get this insane pump, and the muscles grow, right? It works on old people. Japan is using it on old people because they can't lift heavy weights. It protects your joints and your tendons and things like that, and it allows you to, get in and out the gym very quickly. Now, of course, it's not practical for everybody. I don't do fucking, blood flow restriction training because it's not practical. How are you gonna train your chest with that shit? How are you gonna train your traps with that? It's not very practical. But there are other ways to copy occlusion training in your training routine. All you got to do is have create the exact same environment that occlusion training creates, meaning high rep. It goes you fuckers out there who, high reps is irrelevant. You're only gonna build endurance. High rep training is gonna, lead to occlusion. Drop sets, giant sets, trisets, short rest periods, all of these things, because all you're really trying to do is maximize the pump. So you don't have to wrap shit around your arm, your legs, or your dick, or whatever the fuck you're training to get it to occlude. Just keep pumping it. Keep pumping out reps. Keep shorten your rest periods, right? It's another reason why powerlifters plateau so much, because they keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, but the muscles stop growing after a point, even when they're on steroids. Why? Because there's only that much occlusion you can get with heavy weights, unless you're constantly doing 3 reps, 3 reps, 3 reps, 3 reps. But then again, you're not getting enough rest periods, so eventually you can't do those 3 reps. So not saying that, and that's also why when powerlifters become bodybuilders, what do? They lower the fucking weight. Back to you, just get stronger, you get bigger, dumbasses. They lower the weight and they increase the volume. They increase the total reps, right? Powerlifters, this is powerlifters. They're known for lifting heavy ass weight. But when they want to switch to bodybuilding, they don't say, oh, let's just increase the weight more than we're doing in powerlifting. No, motherfucker, they reduce the weight. All right? Because they understand that by simply lifting heavy and heavy and heavy and heavy, you get to a point where it's more of a neural output than the muscular output. So, guys, stop arguing with the facts. Stop arguing with the anecdotes. Stop arguing with the science. Just get with the program. You want to grow. You got to maximize all the different pathways. Leave your ego at the fucking door. All right? Stop subscribing to a theory and holding on to it just because you don't want to be proven wrong. It's okay. Science is an evolving field. It's always fucking growing. Right? Stop tying your ego to these fucking things. All right? So I hope this video is supposed to be on occlusion training, and I'm getting so fucking mad from these messages that I'm going off topic, but I'm close to my limit. Hope this answers your question on occlusion training. It's all about maximizing blood flow, maximizing the pump, right? And leading to the activation and recruitment of more of these fucking satellite cells that will go inside the muscle cell, proliferate, multiply, differentiate, fuse, and lead to this thing that you see here, which is a bigger muscle that has more nuclei, which allow it to synthesize more proteins. All right, guys. Hope this helps. Like the video, right? Helps the channel grow. Share the video with the dumbasses out there who are still complaining. And don't forget to comment, for stuff that you want me to discuss in the next FAQ video. And if you're a new subscriber, subscribe. All that good shit, all right? I'm out of here. Team 3D, Dominance, Discipline, Direction. I'm out. Other segments. So go in the comment section and just vote. Vote on what you think is your most requested topic, and then obviously the one that has the most likes are the ones that I'm going to prioritize. In case let's say